So nowadays when you go to the store, they have a little machine, it has chip and it has slide for the credit card. Those chips on credit cards are actually increasing fraud against businesses, and here's why. Credit cards have a chip which protect the use of that card. Now that thieves and fraudsters can't do credit card fraud the way they did, they're looking at the next most vulnerable part of a business asset cash availability, and that is checks. This credit card has certain information on it. It has a credit card number. You wouldn't want to give that to really anybody that you don't trust. This check for a business has more information on it about your business than a credit card. And you give it to lots of people every single day. You give it to vendors, you give it to customers, you give it out for refunds, maybe you pay your rent with it. Once it gets outside of your ecosystem, you don't know what's going to happen to it. And I'll tell you what happens to it. Fraudsters will take that check, which has all the information they need to enter your company's bank account. It's got your name, your address, your bank account number, and your routing number. It also has the signature of people who are authorized to allow money to go out of the account. Anybody can print a check. It's harder to make a fake credit card actually than it is to make a check. Right now you can go online, go to any of the printing companies and order checks for your business and just give them the routing number and credit card and account number of any bank account and they'll print it for you. Access to this info is very simple. Hundreds of people know your bank account number and they don't even recognize it. The fraudster does. How many of those people would you give your credit card to? Probably not many, but you've given them your bank account. The way to protect yourself from this is to create a firewall on your bank account. So you take a account payable account at your bank, any account that has customer facing checks, vendors, refunds, rent, anything where checks go outside the company, and you firewall that. You pay your payables once a week and you fund it only to the extent of that payable run. You also do what's called positive pay. It's an arrangement you have with your bank where when you do your pay run, you upload a list of all the checks you've written, check number, payee, and amount. And what will happen is, as these checks come in, they'll match it up against that list you've sent them. And if it matches, check clears. If it doesn't match, they'll check with you first to make sure that maybe you you didn't put it on the list or you forgot to indicate it, or maybe somebody else wrote the check and it's okay. If it's not okay, they won't cash it. This is a very serious security risk that's increasing for businesses because these chips on credit cards are keeping thieves from stealing money that easy way. They're going to the next easiest method to steal your money, and eventually you'll get it back from your bank, but you don't want to be out $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 from your bank account for a week while you're waiting for this to come back and then have to change all of your accounts and change your auto pays on that account. So put a firewall on your account, put a positive pay with your bank, and you'll eliminate that risk from your business.